All right, for the record, I wanted Most Wonderful Time of the Year to play, but we couldn't get the copyright clearance.
For legal reasons.
But it is the most wonderful time of the year, and if you've been watching PASMAG's Tuning 365 for a long time, you know the last episode every year is our awesome Christmas and holiday special.
Yep.
And I really enjoy this time of year, especially these episodes. They've always been probably the most fun. We do like years in review. Years ago, we did like free stuff. We gave away stuff for Christmas. That was fun. Yeah.
This is just going to keep jingling.
All in. Yeah, you're going to jingle the whole podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to jingle.
It's kind of festive, though, if you think
I don't
about
mind
it.
Not really till you hear, so what do we think of your ding 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 ding?
But yes, welcome everybody. We are live for the last time in 2024. After this, we're going to close up shop at the end of this week, and we'll all be back January. Are we doing this January 7th? Probably.
There is a 65%
In
chance.
January.
We will be back by next year.
We will be back in
For sure.
January. I
Next
promise.
year, you will see us on a podcast. So, given that it is the most wonderful time of the year, we should discuss a few things.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Maybe the biggest news in the motorsports and kind of like our side of motorsports
I
specifically.
thought you were going to talk about yourself.
No, this one's not me. I will talk about myself later. Subtle foreshadowing. There is a collaboration between our partners in Formula Drift
Yep.
and one of our favorite events in the form of Grid Life. So next year's Road Atlanta Formula Drift round will also be a Grid Life event. Have you guys been to Grid Life?
No.
Nope. Never.
Damn. Okay.
It's just
So I went to the very first one at Gingerman Raceway, and it is still to this day, I've been chasing that high. It is one of the best events ever. And that's when it was like low scale. Now, if you see footage from Grid Life, you know it's a party. It's like literally a party. And then during the daytime, awesome race event. They bring out some like big names. I know like Killer Mike from Run the Jewels was at one of the Atlanta rounds.
Ooh.
Like T-Pain's there every time now. Like it's a big thing. So to see it mixing with Formula Drift is going to be really exciting. And hopefully we can squeeze a Tuning 365 show into that event. Stay tuned for details on that.
It's going to be pretty cool to see quote-unquote amateurs be driving on an FD track and see that comparison between pro drivers to pro level cars to not pro drivers and pro cars to very good drivers and not
I think
good cars.
Most of the people that register for Grid Life driving, like they know their way around the track. But what's cool is Grid Life opens up the full track drift course for Road Atlanta. So you're going to see some like high speed. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the one corner at Road Atlanta. It's like high speed entries. So that's going to be really fun. I'm sure we're going to see some
Stay
wicked.
tuned for the crashes.
Yeah, some wicked crashes and some wicked entries.
It's going to be like one of those Nürburgring compilations that you see. Is just everyone's just hitting in one wall.
Yeah, so congrats to Formula Drift on an awesome partnership. I cannot wait.
Such a good
hope I'm there
collab,
next year because that's a good match. So hell yeah.
Yeah, that's wicked.
My brother and I are actually debating going to that weekend on our way back.
I think
because
worth.
My Sylvia is stored down south for anybody that doesn't know, and we have to drive it home somehow.
Are you picking it up in May-ish?
Yeah.
April, May, definitely before
Oh, dude,
June.
you're kind of right on time.
So that's what we're trying to see if we can kind of schedule it with that weekend. That would be able to go to the event, get some good coverage, and see what's up. Maybe go to the PASMAG show.
Hell yeah, please do. What else is on the docket? Maybe the most controversial news in automotive, and I know there's a lot of that lately. Nissan themselves will be showcasing this. It is a R32 GT-R EV conversion at Tokyo Auto Salon 2025.
Who would like to hear my strong opinions?
Well, I think we're going to hear it anyway, so why don't you go ahead?
So, also, as many people may or may not know, I'm a big EV enthusiast. I love Teslas. I love EVs. Like, they make a lot of sense for a lot of people in their lives, and people don't realize that.
I feel like this comes with a but.
All EVs drive the same. All EVs drive. If you drive a Model X, a Model Y, a Model 3, a Hummer, a this, a that, other than obvious changes like wheels, tires, the height you are off the ground, stuff like that, all EVs are the same.
So all Teslas drive the same.
Well, no, because a Hummer EV drives similar to a Model X, as weird as that is to say. Same as a Rivian R1T.
They're all heavy.
They are all very heavy, and you feel very planted in every one of them. So a couple reasons why I disagree with this. Number one, it's going to drive the same as every EV. Number two, there's not many people in this world that truly daily drive an R32 GT-R. Number three...
If you're out there, respect.
We respect it. Number three, the issue is when cars get older, they become better for the environment. It's just the nature of things. Like, I'm not joking. Like,
I'm not sure I follow.
Because its carbon footprint is minimized. An older car's carbon footprint is less than a brand new car because to manufacture a new car, it's terrible for the environment.
Okay, I see what you're getting at.
So, for example, my 2003 Mini Cooper is better for the environment than a 2024 Mini Cooper, even though it has more emissions, takes more gas, etc. Because of how long ago it was manufactured, that impact is done. The impact is already done, so why are we redoing the impact that...
I don't think this one necessarily has
be
anything to do with like environmental initiatives or whatever.
It's also not a consumer car as well, right?
It's interesting that it's coming
one-off.
from Nissan.
Exactly.
I think they're just really trying to show what they can do with the platforms, and they might do like they've done their heritage program for.
I was going to say
long.
this almost goes as like the antithesis to their own heritage program.
Who knows if maybe like now that all these manufacturers are going fully electric, like what if they put that in as an option? Like you could electric swap your R34 or R33.
That just kills the value, because also for a lot of people, old Nissans, as crazy as it is to sound, are investments.
Yeah, but for this R32, would you still consider it a GTR?
Yes.
Because
But here's
the
the thing.
whole thing that makes it a GTR.
On the flip side, if you buy an R32 GTST 2-door, and you put an full GTR body on it, the GTR fenders, GTR interior, motor, drivetrain, everything, it's still not a GTR.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That will, unless you have the VIN that starts in BNR, it will never be a GTR.
Right.
But then what differentiates a non-GTR from a GTR?
Was it made as a GTR?
All right, fair enough.
How much R34 GTRs are whatever between 110,000 to and
Lots
up
of
Canadian. The most expensive R34 GTT with the full GTR conversion down to the last nut and bolt, but the VIN starts in HR or ER, 60K, 70, like on the absolute upper
And
echelon.
every bolt's been touched. I think it might go for
No.
a little more.
People
than
sell full conversions for like 50 to 60,
that. Oh, okay.
like GTT to GTR conversions.
Well, either way, I think Nissan's doing a sick job. I think
it'd be neat to see.
the fact that they're still touching an R32 shows that they're in touch with their consumers.
they still
know
rebuild
what
them.
they know what the people want. Rebuilding and then doing a full like engineering perspective, like you're redesigning the whole car.
Like if you were to buy an R32 GTR today in any state, you could send it to Nissan, and the MOLY factory will do a top to bottom rebuild on the car, like a full rotisserie, full everything, fully OEM spec. They'll even do modification stuff like that with it. So I'm not surprised that they would be willing to do this.
Do you know what I think this is? And it goes hand in hand with what it's coming with. It's going to show off at Tokyo Auto Salon 2025 alongside the latest iteration of the Z, presumably the same thing with a different look again, and Nismo-tuned Aria, and a Rogue and X-Trail Unwind edition. I think this is shock marketing. All of a sudden, those three things that,
Yeah, you're
whatever.
coming to look
Now
for
I have
the
to go
R32.
look at it.
Yeah.
I think this is some look at me marketing, and it's probably working because people will not shut up.
Just like Jaguar.
Yeah, every
talking
boomer
about.
uncle is like electrified GTR back in my day. Like no one, it's not that serious.
Fair. Yo, you think this has fake exhaust sounds in the car?
If it does, I hate it.
Okay, so what do we have next on the chopping block?
Let's talk about Tuner Battlegrounds 12. Is when you want to take that? I've done enough yapping.
TBG. Go for it, Yusuf.
TBG 12. So every year we do something called Tuner Battlegrounds, and this year is the 12th year as per TBG 12. And it's pretty much something that you submit your car. You go online, you submit your car, you have your friends, family, randoms, whoever vote for you, and it's like a big bracket style thing. And the main winner gets to have their car showcased at SEMA.
And be on the cover.
And be on the cover of a magazine. So it just kind of is an easy way. You don't need to get our attention and have us like your car. You need to have everybody like your car. And to be honest, every single winner that we've had have been like some pretty cool freaking builds.
Yeah, look at our two most recent reorders available because we're printing more magazines. PAS176 has a V12 Subaru as a cover car.
A
Yep.
V12
And
Subaru.
PAS177 has a rotary swapped S13 Vert and a sweet RX-7 on the cover because Q is a wizard and made a really awesome dual car cover. So
But
if you want to check out the shop, those are
My
available.
mic is just
Yeah, tighten this
technical
little guy.
support.
Right here.
But yeah, so that is, to be honest, the easiest way that you can get your car into SEMA without spending $100 billion trillion
got it.
bajillion dollars with
Thank you.
HKS. But yeah, it is the easiest way to get your car into SEMA. And Julia, where can you sign up?
You sign up on tutorbattlegrounds.com/register, but it's also in the top header, so you can always kind of find it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can find it on our Instagram page as well. And our links.
PASMAG.com.
But yeah,
get yourself
apply your
registered.
car, get your family, friends, whoever to vote for you. We might see your car at SEMA. Even if we like your car and you get pretty high up, we might put you in the magazine anyways, not necessarily on the cover,
Exactly.
but we love seeing the cars. And to be honest, it's a great way to get exposed to sponsors.
We
There
actually
is.
have
Big
James
time.
in the chat here on YouTube, and he was,
Oops,
I
I
think,
didn't
made
open
it to top 4 this year.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah, honestly,
hi,
I feel
James.
like
Shout out.
even like if you're not familiar with it, you've definitely seen Tuner Battlegrounds posted on someone's story at some
100%.
point. I feel like whenever Tuner Battlegrounds comes around, I feel like because I follow so many pages, all I see on every story is like, guys, I need to make it through.
Vote for me. Or
Vote,
for
Yeah.
this
vote,
guy.
vote.
Vote for my boy, vote for this, any car group chat you're in.
So you will see it literally everywhere. And so we do have, and I would say it is directly sponsored by LIQUI MOLY as well. Thank you, LIQUI
I was gonna
MOLY.
Thank
say,
you to
we have our
LIQUI
mug somewhere. Where is it?
It's trying to work in the plug at some point. But
Thank
yeah. Tuner Battlegrounds is once again presented by LIQUI MOLY.
We love Liquid Molly, and Liquid Molly loves us.
They make it possible every year, and it's super fun because of them. So
We love your oils. We use them in our cars. All of your fluids, all of
Literally
your
use
car
the oil.
juices. They're in all of our
Don't-
cars.
Car
Don't say that.
juices is crazy.
I hated all of that.
But no, honestly, we all use them in our cars with very proven results every single time. They've never disappointed.
Dude,
So we love
and
LIQUI MOLY.
I didn't even know LIQUI MOLY had cleaning products until last week. Like when we were doing the unboxing, so LIQUI MOLY sent us over some products. We did the unboxing, and Adam started pulling out some cleaning products. And I was like, when did LIQUI MOLY start that? I had no idea. And
Bro's been living in a dry sump his whole life.
yeah, it's just I've only gone through one aisle in Canadian Tire, and that was to get oil and get out.
That's fair.
But no, man, that's wicked.
Yeah.
It actually works pretty good.
When you're your own chemical company, you can do a lot with it. So
I also really like how they have those little nozzles in their bottles that
Oh,
kind of
the
come
easy
out
pour
to make it
thing?
easy to pour.
The friggin' best.
Yeah.
Take notes, oil and fluid companies in general. Please do more of that.
Because the people that do like just the squeezy bags with the little nozzle, you got to put it in your diff or your trends, and then you have to cut it. And
I
then
like
it
that
pours
for the
all out.
transmission one because I can just crumple it up there and like.
No,
jam
but then it
into the
all
train.
pours out on the floor before you can actually get it in the hole because you're attempting to crumple it before it's in the hole. That's why I like the nozzle because you
That's a
put the
skill
nozzle in
issue.
and then you.
Or you just get one of those pumps, and then you're good.
Okay, relax, Bill Gates.
It's like $5. it's the cheapest plastic you could think
His
of.
tax bracket.
I'm just $5 more richer
This
than
guy
you,
knows
so-
what the luxury tax is off by heart. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of Tuner Battlegrounds playoffs,
TBG.
one thing we like to do, we usually do this for the TV show we do at the end of every year. This year we want to do it right here, live on the podcast, and share it with all of you guys. Is our 2024 in review. So we're looking back at some of the, maybe our own personal highlights. I think we've all added some stuff to the list in front of us here.
Yeah.
Just things that throughout the year really stood out for the brand, for ourselves, the more fun experiences, and the stuff you guys like the most too. Probably our most viewed content is this entire list, and the most repeatedly asked for stuff.
And stuff that you can see and hopefully participate in next year because
Yes.
we are doing more rallies, of course, because they are the most fun thing ever.
Subtle foreshadowing. Rallies are definitely part of this. Does someone want to start at the top? Who's taking it?
I'll let you guys start with the TBG stuff.
I mean, we kind of already talked about it, but
Yeah, so
But
pretty
our
much,
winner.
again, the previous winner, John, with his sick Toyota swapped V12 in a Subaru. Wicked, looks sick. So it is up for reprint, so you can reorder the issues. So I would say get on the website, order them as soon as possible. We've had 4 of our last issues all sell out, and getting them back in stock takes months sometimes, just with printing orders and stuff like that. So I would say you have your shot right now. Get your order in ASAP before they're all gone.
ASAP possible.
And then you don't want to be stuck without a sick magazine to share with your friends. So.
Yes, and part of 2024 was bringing that awesome V12 Subaru, as you can see here on the screen now, all the way to SEMA.
SEMA.
John was really gracious and nice guy, and you can see him there talking to Luke with his awarded plaque finally. But he got to experience SEMA, and he got to go to SEMA for free because of Tuner Battlegrounds. So just a little look at what the stakes are. I can't imagine how many sponsors and people he's talked to out at the show that he'd never had a chance to meet before.
That's a
in
long
in the
handshake.
Vegas.
It really meant something.
So what else happened in 2024, y'all? I know someone's got here Canadian International Auto Show 2024.
Let's not let Yusuf talk about this one.
We can't let Yusuf talk about the auto show too much.
His most prized event.
But genuinely one of my favorite local things, especially VIP night. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
But we got a chance
know
to
either.
check out all these new.
Yeah.
This is the nice side of the table.
By the way, that side
You
of the
haven't
table.
been.
What?
You haven't been to VIP night.
I have not
He
been
has
to
a fluid
VIP
transfer
night.
pump.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so
Okay,
it's
relax.
Just, it's just Adam.
Okay, Bill Gates, Elon
Of
Musk,
course.
guys, just relax. We're gonna go work a 9 to 5 like normal.
Damn it!
humans.
Why am I twice his age? What the?
We got a chance to check out Canadian International Auto Show 2024 in all its glory. We were there pretty much every day doing lots of client work and then our own work. Hey, look, it's Richard Hammond. We got to do a couple video segments that you guys really liked. It was new cars that are coming from OEMs this coming year or now next year, last year, whatever. The brand new cars that are popular for people like us, people enthusiasts who are going to tinker with the car and going to modify it. So we want to see what's got aftermarket support, what's got, you know, good built-in performance, style, comfort, etc., etc. And then all of, you know, the fun installs
Barbie.
like Hot Wheels and the Barbie car and the exotics and that kind of stuff.
Oh, and those little cars.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
all
those
that
were
stuff.
fun.
The Lego
Yeah.
thing was insane.
The test drive circuit was also very, very awesome. If you guys don't know what that is,
Yes.
indoors, you got to test drive a bunch of different EVs. You got a few minutes to just kind of rip around a little track with it. You did have a random test guy sitting in your passenger seat, but they let you, like,
Which car did you drive?
I drove the Hummer and the VinFast.
Oh, me
Nice.
too. I drove the Hummer too.
The Hummer was very fun. You got to do the crab walk. They bring that back this year, actually, which is pretty
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
And there's just, like, I forgot the amount, like 10, 15, 20 different kind of EVs that you don't have to wait 18 hours to test drive. And then you go to the
Yes.
dealership and they're like, oh, are you going to buy one? Oh, yeah, put a $10,000 deposit if you want to test drive it.
Right.
You just go literally just wanting to enjoy new EVs. And it's a pretty
Right.
awesome experience, in my opinion.
Part of what made this fun too is it's like a big show open to the mass public. So there's lots of people, and so many people came by to say hi to us or to shake our hands or like come visit the booth. As you know, we had our own booth there.
Yeah.
It hasn't come up on the video footage yet, but we had
We
an
actually
awesome
just
room full of
missed it. A
tuners.
couple
Oh,
shots
did we
came
miss
up.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
We had a room full of awesome tuner cars and sweet builds, RW Porsche, the nicest Civic ever, a bunch of really cool stuff. So if you were at that show and you came out to say hi, thank you. It was nice to put some faces to names and shake hands and
Adam.
stuff like that.
Were there any other cool cars in the room?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No, that's a lie. There was actually tons. Look at it.
There you
Look
go.
At it. There it is.
What's
Some-
that white
some
car in
weird
the middle?
S15.
Wow.
Anyway,
some
moving
weird
on
thing.
from CIS. What else do we do? The Tuning 365 tour. Holy moly.
There's a
What
lot
a
of
year.
tours. Holy crap!
What a year.
We
had
were all
4
over the
stops.
freaking United States of America.
Right? Even before the rallies. We had 4 stops. So 4 different Formula Drift events also housed a Tuning 365 showcase. And holy crap, the amount of cars and the quality of builds that we saw come through this year was really awesome. Like, shout out to you guys for bringing some fun stuff out to the shows.
100%.
We were in New Jersey, complete
New
with the rally.
Jersey.
More on
Yeah.
that in a minute. St. Louis, very hot. Seattle, oh, sorry, we had 5 last year. I'm already wrong. We had Seattle,
New Jersey.
Utah, which was awesome, by the way. More
Very
on that
cool
in a
venue.
minute. And Irwindale. We were in the last stop of California. Gonna be all right.
We did
No,
get
he's just like whispering like New Jersey.
New Jersey.
I just tuned him out.
It's like you're in class and you're not allowed to laugh. That's
Yeah.
what it feels like.
100%. But as you can see in the video footage, look at this showcase, man.
Yeah, the shows are always so fun, and people like.
this is from the New Jersey show.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
We did have
New
some crazy cars.
Jersey.
We had some crazy lifted trucks that I haven't really seen before at any of our shows in this one, which is pretty awesome. And then speaking of Englishtown, we did a rally.
Yes.
So
You wanna touch on that one? I didn't go.
I
on
will
this
touch on that
sadly.
one because I love the rally, and that's kind of how I got involved with the PASMAG family to begin with.
You're
So,
welcome.
thank you, Julia. She got me hired. So, pretty much, we do the hashtag PAS365 rally presented by SD Suspensions. Amazing time. We have a bunch of cool sponsors: TurboKits.com, R1 Concepts, Proform Scales, Niche Wheels, LIQUI, MOLY, ODX, etc., etc., etc. And pretty much, it's a cool driving rally. that starts at one place. This one started at Toronto at Haggerty Garage and Social in Burlington and ended at Formula Drift, New Jersey. This one actually started on my birthday, so it was a pretty fun time getting to
No way.
Yeah, it was on my birthday. So getting to just do a road trip with a bunch of family, friends, car enthusiasts, stuff like that, and getting to just experience your car. We stopped at the Pineview Run racetrack in New Jersey. Just a bunch of cool stuff like that. And at the end, you get to go to Formula Drift. It's the craziest value for any rally you'll possibly go on.
Definitely.
You get to be part of a TV show. And we give away some pretty wild stuff, to be honest.
And the
No
adventure
kidding.
is so good.
Such a good
Honestly, better
adventure.
than the destination for me. Just the whole drive and watching someone inevitably break down or lose a tire.
It
or
happens.
Whatever nonsense happens. Always, no one's had a catastrophic trip-ending
Yes.
incident.
Yeah.
We've all made it to the final with or without our cars.
Oh, yeah. New Jersey Year 1.
Yeah,
Subaru that broke
Subaru.
down. That was the biggest one.
But she still made it to the end.
She
which
did
is
make it
cool.
to the end, which is
Shout
awesome.
out to the other participants for helping out.
But yeah, honestly, it's such a good time, and you get to win some pretty cool stuff. Like last year, we gave away not one, not two, but 3 separate turbos.
3 turbos, baby.
3 precision turbos. We give
That's
away.
insane.
We gave away 2 sets of wheels. This is like the and a partridge in a pear shaped kind of thing, but
Coil rad.
Coil Rad, Proform Scales, R1 Concept brakes. We gave away,
It's the only kind of fitting sound.
but we just gave away, and I think the statistic was something stupid, like 1/3 or something like that of the
Your
people that
chances
came
to
on the
win are very
rally
high.
won
Yeah.
something worth more than your admission to the rally, which is,
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy.
Talking about rallies, we did the Salt Lake rally as well. That one, I think we've said everything that could be said about how fun the rallies are.
Yeah.
But it's worth repeating that the drive from Las Vegas through the mountains, Arizona, all that stuff, and then into Utah is hands down the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I've driven across all sorts of terrains across America and Canada. Something about that specific drive, you're going through like 5 different very distinct environments. It's like bustling Las Vegas, desert floor, and like canyons, desolate Arizona rock face. Then all of a sudden foliage and up a mountain where it's so cold you can see your breath and you can see
Foliage.
hundreds of miles
Man,
into
that
the
sounds
distance.
sick.
And then down the mountains into like Farmville, Utah. It was so friggin' cool. I can't wait to do this again. And one thing that's worth noting about the Utah rally, we didn't have a lot of people. We got there and I realized how many people we had. I'm like, man, maybe we should have, given people more advance notice or like set the date sooner so we could get more people involved. We had like a small intimate group. I loved it. Having that few people on a rally as opposed to our like New Jersey rally where you have to like everyone's getting separated.
You have like 30 to 40
Everyone
people
arrives
and
there on
everybody-
their
yeah,
own time, whatever. We were always together. I got to know every single person from this rally really personally, like just an awesome time in general. Hey, Mikey broke down. That was fun. Yeah, that was probably my favorite road trip to date, easily.
Yeah, hearing you guys talk about all these rallies and the fact that I did just, recently join you guys.
Don't worry,
and
man. Next year.
I know, dude. I am so excited for these rallies.
Oh, side note, that finale destination, Salt Flats Garage Grill and Car Bar or whatever they called it, probably the craziest restaurant I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, because you guys were sitting like,
There's a martini Porsche on the wall just chilling.
More than we can
and
afford,
even
though.
just next to the regular tables,
It's like
you
a
guys
$50
were.
million worth of memorabilia building.
Um,
next to the
wicked.
tables.
But yeah, and part of our rallies, any of the ones that we do, you get to, honestly, we plan cool places, we plan cool roads. All of us are very accustomed to going around the U.S. for different car shows, car events, so we get to plan, honestly, our opinion of the ultimate road trip between those 2 places, and all you have to do is pretty much show up, have a spare tire, Peter,
Tires.
have a spare tire, and honestly just have fun.
Have a good attitude.
Have a good attitude, have a good car.
Be ready for a long drive.
Be ready for a long drive, and be ready to meet a lot of new people because you meet a lot of amazing people along the way. Next up we have is Import Fest. So Canada, I'll go on Import Fest.
Yeah, take it away.
So Canada is known for many things, and one of them that it's not known for is a lot of major car shows. Import Fest is one of a very small handful of major car shows that we do have on this side of the border compared to the US.
Yeah.
It's at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. So Ontario, GTA/Ontario's biggest convention center, a very cool venue in the heart of downtown Toronto. And it's just kind of the best of the best in Canada that you have. You get to see cars from all walks of life, stuff from Honda Civics to McLarens that
Yep.
are fully modified, held in the same place as the auto show, coincidentally. And You just honestly get to see a lot of amazing cars, meet amazing people, have very good non-biased judging for people that are into that kind of stuff with their car show judging.
I thought you meant by you.
No,
Yeah.
we get
And I
really
was like,
biased.
that's not accurate.
By the way,
Yeah.
I'm brutal with
That was
judging
really
on cars.
fun, though.
But it was really fun. And you get to meet a lot of cool people. Stop by the PASMAG booth, get some free merch. We had
Right,
that
we
last
had a
year.
booth. We were filming TV segments there.
Yep.
Which is really
And
fun.
honestly, just have an amazing time with everybody. So, Import Fest is honestly, if you live in anywhere in Southern Ontario and you're like, I want to go to a single car show
It's
in
worth a
Southern
visit.
Ontario, that's one that's worth it.
Also, one of our most viewed videos ever, and one of our most recurring views.
That's a
so
cool
people
car,
are coming
wow.
back to watch this video over and over again. It's how do I get featured, and what do we look for in a feature? And we just walked the show floor, talking about things that stood out to us, things that make us want to know more about a car, and things that kind of make a car eligible or ineligible for a feature. Yeah, you guys really like that. If you want to see more from that kind of thing at events, let us know, because I've been thinking about maybe we go to some more events and look at what's feature worthy and what's not.
100% talk to some
'Cause
owners.
It was fun.
And yeah, for figuring out stuff that's feature worthy, not feature worthy, we are all car people that work here at PASMAG, every single one of us. And not just like, oh yeah, I'm a car person, maybe a little bit. No, we are all like
Nerds.
nerds. We
Live,
don't have sick
breathe.
days here. We have my car broke on the way to work days. But yeah, like we just all love cars, and we love to just meet new people, see some new things that we've never seen before, and get away from the cookie cutter builds.
Facts. What happened next? eBay Motors. You want to talk about that one?
I'll talk about
You're
it.
the one who's winter driving.
eBay Motors, a partner of the channel, they are... Everybody knows eBay. I'm literally not even going to explain to you what eBay is, because if you don't know what eBay is, click away from this podcast.
Go
Yeah,
back
this
to
is not for
2006.
18 and under.
But yeah, eBay Motors is pretty much somewhere that you can just get car parts, car accessories, stock, modified, aftermarket, Chinesium, billet, titanium, doesn't matter. They sell it all. Big platform for that. And we did a video with them about getting Adam's 240 ready for the winter, which he coincidentally
Which means
ended up parting
storage.
out. And getting my Mini Cooper ready for the winter, which I do drive and I do love, but one of my buddies has it right now for the winter. Well, for the next month and a half, long story. But yeah, we got our cars ready. We stored them in the facility that we do use to do some of our videos working on cars, stuff like that.
And then I tore it apart.
And then you tore it apart. But
'Cause I am responsible.
we did. There's a Mini Cooper. There's a Toyo winter tires. All of the items that we got. And yeah, we just kind of had a fun time getting Adam's car ready for winter and getting my car ready for winter, but in two complete weird parallels
Yeah.
that were both British Racing Green.
Yes, that was really fun. Always love like big client project stuff like this. That was just
We get to honestly just have
filming days out at the houses. Hell yeah,
Mhm.
that's fun.
and honestly getting to work on your cars with your friends, but on the clock. That's it.
Yes, yes.
Oh, the way you're manhandling those wipers scared me for a second.
Speaking of working on cars with your friends, 2024 brought some new faces to PASMAG.
Some beautiful new faces.
These two right here, Harjan and Yusuf, are new to the brand. Hope you guys have been enjoying their company. I know I have. It's been really fun.
If you're not enjoying my company, please hit the unsubscribe button.
Leave a hate comment.
Don't worry,
for
you guys
YouTube.
can enjoy my company. I'm nice.
Somebody in the YouTube comments said I'm here for the Yusuf rage, so I think they do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, James says he'd studied this video. I assume he's talking about the how to get featured
Yeah,
one. So
yeah.
honestly, good job, James. Thank you for doing your homework. We appreciate you. On that note of all the new faces we've taken on here, some personal news. Kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. Are we playing the sad music? Damn,
Adam's pregnant.
That's brutal. Cue the yapping button because I'm about to monologue here for a second. As many of you know, if you've been watching for a long time, if you've been my friend a long time, I've been working here at PASMAG full time for nearly a decade. We're getting really close to the decade mark. And
He's
in
old.
recent, yeah, I know, right? Damn. You probably also know my personal passion for machinery and cars and automotive stuff has kind of always leaned to the performance side, the racing, the motorsports, the built engines, and like fun, belligerent horsepower kind of stuff. I recently received an offer that I would describe as irresistible to pursue a career further down that path. So this today is actually my final full-time day here at PASMAG. I'm stepping down from my head editor role into a editor-at-large role. So, psych, I'm still here. You can't get rid of me that easily.
He'll be on the podcast too.
I'll be here every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I'm still going to be here hosting this awesome podcast. Still the host of Tune 365 TV. Still going to be at events through the summer, hopefully the rallies. Still going to be contributing editorially. But yes, I am joining a team called Mountain Pass Performance. They're local to me. They are a race shop. They campaign a car that you might know called Kells. It is a 350Z with a Jim Wolfe built NA engine, mated to an electric motor, mated to the CD09 transmission. It is the coolest race car I've ever seen in my life. It's one of the coolest race cars in the world, and they also make performance parts for Teslas to make Teslas less boring to drive.
And non-performance parts for Teslas that are just like inherent fatal flaws, like their plastic upper controller.
Yeah, it helps that a lot of stuff from Tesla
like
is built like crap, so it's really easy to offer new parts. But yes, that is my career is taking an exciting new turn, and I'm really glad that I can still be here at PASMAG. Working here has been a blast. The people behind the screens over here that you never see, like we get all the attention and the glitz and glamour. Every person behind that screen set over there has more talent in one fingernail than I do in my entire body. So they've been making me look good for like 10 years. That is no easy feat. So big shout out to the squad at PASMAG. Super thrilled I get to still work here. Yeah, hit the applause button for the production team.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my big announcement. I will no longer be the head editor here at PASMAG.
I am now the owner of PASMAG. And Harjon is no longer employed here.
Damn, that was fast.
Man, put your elf hat on.
The bell jingles too much.
Oh man. So is that the end of the all the topics we have? No, it isn't. We still have to talk about Rich's favorite thing of the week. It is the electrogenic plug-and-play EV conversion kit for an MX-5 Miata. Speaking of electric sports cars, I mean, pretty cool concept. The Miata is maybe the most fun car of all time. If you're gonna go by like,
if you've never driven another car in your life, the Miata is the most fun car.
Yeah, right.
It was very fun until TikTok made it. Oh my god, it's so cute! Another $15,000 for a freaking 82 horsepower out of the wheel Miata.
Listen, I would drive a Miata if I could.
Yeah, you might.
My head is sticking out of the.
Just get a roll cage that sticks out above the windshield by like.
Yeah, and then my head also. Sticks
and then
out
goggles and like a mask so bugs don't fly into my mouth.
Amelia Earhart did it.
We did a video that was a love letter to Miatas a few years ago, and we had a Miata for the video shoot. I have never struggled harder to drive something. Lifting the clutch up as my knee is like in my ear.
Like wedged in between the steering wheel and the door card, and you're just
It
like,
is really funny seeing tall people try to drive Miatas.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, you can get in.
It's so comfortable for
you
me.
can't get out.
It's so cute. It's so
But now we have
comfy.
this. We have the electric Miata, which is pretty interesting.
The fact that it's plug and play is wicked. Like
Well, I think
when you
all
think
these conversion kits are plug and play to a degree.
But
no, I don't mean as a joke. I mean literally. You bolt it in and go.
Oh, I thought you meant like you plug in.
I'm a big fan.
Also, yes.
I'm a big fan of kits like this that are truly just get the car. You could, in theory, do it in a week or two with your buddies and go. Not the here's the kit, figure it out.
Yeah, like
Right.
you know, most YouTube videos that I've seen about electric swapping, you're dealing with like AC, DC, kind of all these like components, and then like precise calculations and the chance that you could electrocute yourself to death.
So this
it's like,
must use detuned power, right? Like not a lot of
I'm
power?
not too sure how it works,
You
but
will
I'm
write
sure
yourself off with 500 horsepower in a Miata very easily.
Just like that twin turbo
Very
Huracan
easily.
motor Miata from SEMA.
But I guess you could always have stages in like an app and just choose limit your
That's
power.
interesting.
It's
Because
like the Hellcat Red Key.
it's like people with R35 GTRs. To us, 600 horsepower seems a lot, but then they're like, you know what, I'm going to go for 1,000. You know
And
what,
it's
nah,
still
1,500.
Pretty tame.
You know what, nah, 2,000, 20. Have you noticed that cars, these like higher horsepower supercars, but they've been getting such a high amount of horsepower and people are still getting bored of them. So I feel like having a 500 horsepower literal death trap of a Miata is the solution to never getting bored.
That's fair.
Or just buy a bike.
I mean, I'm all in favor of more Miatas. So electric Miata, also cool. Imagine a silent Miata. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sneaky Miata. That's my new gamer tag.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for our trending topics of the week.
Yeah. Feel free to add up Adam on PlayStation at Sneaky Miata.
XX underscore Sneaky Miata.
Whoa. Not one of them
It's
PlayStation
uppercase
weirdos.
X, lowercase X, underscore. Come on.
XD in there somewhere.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, as usual, we have a Rolodex of submitted features.
The time everyone's been waiting
And
for.
before we get into them, I also want to put out a call to action here. So we, as we've mentioned, 12 issues next year. Lots of themes.
24
We started
covers.
to fill out some of the slots and some of the cars that could kind of fit into these magazines. Lots yet to be determined. But
TBD.
we've started to fill out some of the themes as well. We know we're going to have a Honda issue. So if you or your buddy has the baddest Honda you've ever seen, we invite you to submit as soon as possible. Go to PASMAG.com, click the Get Featured thing in the top right, and send us your information and photos. We want the coolest Hondas ever. That might be the January issue. January's coming up very soon. So get us your stuff ASAP.
ASAP possible.
Chances to get it featured probably end by the next podcast. So we'll put out some calls to action on social in case no one's watching right now, or
You don't wanna miss
it and
out.
you have your Honda. We need the coolest Hondas in the world. We have at least 2 to 3 that we've already selected. There will be more.
We are also very picky with cars. B,
Very.
I just want to say something because you got somebody making my job impossible. So when you send PASMAG a DM, it's usually one or the other, a couple more people that answer. We got your submission. If you submitted your car, we got it. We get thousands of submissions. We do review every single one of them, just not every single one of them live on air like this. They're kind of selected by our producers, not necessarily at random, but what they feel that we can have a good conversation about.
Yeah.
But
And if you haven't seen it, doesn't mean it's not coming. There's a backlog.
there's a backlog, like
Extreme
we get
backlog.
literal like thousands and thousands of thousands. Rest assured, we did get it. We are looking at them. That's literally what we get paid to do. We are looking at your submission, reviewing
You guys
all
are
of them.
getting paid?
Yusuf isn't.
No, I actually pay to be here. But yeah, so
You pay us to be here? Yeah.
But yeah, so honestly, we got your submission. We're reviewing the cars, and we just honestly get them selected by the production team.
Yes.
So please stop TMing us about that.
Yeah. So with that said, let's dive in. But one more time. Baddest Honda in the world? Please submit. Also,
And we have a few other.
we have a few other categories.
Yeah.
I think drift cars
Yeah,
is pretty
drift
Drift cars would
solidified.
be a cool one.
Drift
The
boys,
very
come on.
first PASMAG drift issue
Good job.
was a big seller, so we want to redo
Special place in my heart.
another fun.
Because honestly, drift cars are underlooked because a lot of them are relatively
Clapped.
beat up,
Can
but
we
they're
s-
pretty freaking cool depending on how
So
you
if you
do
have a
it.
cool drift car and it's not clapped, well, dents and stuff, perfectly fine. Just don't be a clapped E36 with a welded dash bar. In front.
IS300s.
Make
Beautiful.
a cool
If-
drift car.
If you submit your car, a black car with a blue back left door, just don't.
Banned.
Don't bother.
So Honda's drift cars, and we kind of set aside a category for weird shit. If you have a very weird car, either built on a weird platform or the strangest engine swap or just
Something else we don't
weird
know.
in general,
K car with a 2JZ.
yeah, hit me up. Let's make something happen.
Let's go something.
We've also been
super
toying
wild.
with the idea of a rotary issue, so
When we say weird, like we're not limiting it to those. Like we don't know what you guys possibly are cooking up in the back shed of your
Yeah.
house in Ohio.
Yeah.
But submit
other
it
than
because.
meth.
But honestly, submit it, not the meth. But submit the cars because somebody out there is probably putting a plane on their Miata or a
Right.
Miata in their plane. We don't know what you're up to,
and
but
if you build it
we want to see
nicely,
it.
we like it. So with that said, what do we got for this week, boys? Hit me up back there. Oh,
Oh,
Amanda Moore,
One of the cars of all time.
93, 325i.
Why does it have a unibrow?
I'm gonna be honest right off the bat. I don't like what I see.
I
The
like
hood design.
I
is
like the
just
hood.
Throw 'em. Really?
I think the hood was
Yeah.
an interesting idea with a bad execution.
I think
I think the hood was a bad idea with a bad execution.
no. I like the idea of the pattern where it's kind of like a lace pattern. It's kind of like a homage to like hot rod, lowrider style. I do like that. I don't
Execution is poor.
think that the fading really didn't do it.
The front kit also not kit. The front
Not a kit.
the front fender flares
From Princess Auto.
yucky.
Um,
Big yucky.
and
Look
since
how it just
Yusuf-
ends abruptly.
Since Yusuf pointed out the
big
unibrow,
yucky.
I can't stop looking at it.
Number one, nice
Has a
fit.
unibrow.
Number one, nice fitment.
Yeah, fitment's a little rough.
Number two, this is one thing that I am gonna understand with E36 is the back bumper are impossible to make low.
Yes.
Just the rear end of E36
Yes.
sedans just sit very high, so that I will excuse.
I also like whatever's going on in
They're
the
very
rear
possible.
quarter panel. I don't hate.
Oh yeah,
That part-
I like that.
I like that
I
little.
think that's the only thing I like, though. To be fair, what are the wheels?
Like the rear spats, right?
I
On
love the
on
fender
bumper?
flares that just aren't filled in.
No.
Damn, you guys are going in.
I mean, you submitted. You knew what you were getting into.
Well, she's actually on the line, so if you want to talk to her, just
All right,
bring her.
we're gonna open up a live roast.
Yusuf
we can bring her in.
has to.
Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Bonjour.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for submitting your car. I would say first question is, how long have you had it?
Since 2019, it was supposed to be a daily driver, and then, well, we know how that works out.
Classic.
Yeah.
Is there
Classic
like
story.
is there like a story behind it? You got in a weird situation, normal situation, the modifying, just a general quick story behind the car.
So it's actually a twin build with my boyfriend. He was featured a few weeks ago. He has the red E36, Frank.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh,
Okay,
the-
okay. I
So
remember
it's
that.
going
One.
for a twin build idea, but of course I'd rather have pink than red.
Sick. I respect that.
Oh, is that like
Wait,
a,
are these
a pink?
Are these pre and post paint job photos? Or wrap job photos?
So it's all paint. It's custom paint that we prepped the car together and he shot the paint for me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
True
So-
love.
What is like the purpose of this car for you? Is it like a daily driver, a drift car, a weekend car, etc., etc.?
Yeah. What has it grown
Now
into?
it's just strictly a show car. It hasn't been out yet with the new paint. We just pretty much finished it up the end of the season. So May will be our first show bringing it out.
So the first photo above the hood is the same car that's on the other photos where I can actually tell that it's pink.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
The pink ended up shooting a little bit darker, so different angles of the car, it comes out darker in some pictures.
Was it sprayed outside?
No, it was in a paint booth.
Oh. Yeah. I honestly, I think it just needs a nice wet sand buff.
The bottom right color looks like Avery Dennison SW9000 or an
I actually
SW900.
like the colors where I
purple.
can see that it's pink. I actually
Yeah,
like that.
like the bottom right.
But the
Yeah.
first and second photo where it looks a little red. It looks like it's faded. Does anyone else see that?
Yeah.
Like sun faded red?
Yeah. No. I
Yeah.
think it literally just needs like because you said it was a fresh paint job, right? You guys just finished it.
Yeah, towards the end of the year we finished it. I'm already thinking of kind of doing a little extra to it maybe throughout the season. But it's garage kept fully, so.
Nice. And what was the inspiration behind the like kind of like the pattern on the hood?
So I went with hearts throughout the car. I have the custom taillights that have the heart lights in it.
Oh.
So I wanted to continue having hearts throughout. So we were just like looking at a bunch of different things, and the lowrider style came up with the lacing. So I figured to kind of incorporate that in it with like a little bit of a modern touch to it.
I'm a fan of lowrider style.
Are
so
are the wheels like, what are they? 19s, 20s? They look
They're
like
19.
19s. Okay.
What are they?
They're the TSWs.
Okay.
Nice.
I would say as it sits, I wouldn't call it ready for a feature, but I also think you're working away at something and you have a vision, which is like the first step to making a feature-worthy vehicle. I like the color you've chosen on the bottom right.
I like the color. on the bottom right, yeah.
I think you're getting there. I think if you keep working on this, I think you can make it into a feature-worthy vehicle. As it sits, I think it's a nice car to drive around. I'm sure it's actually really nice.
Very enjoyable.
E36s are
Very fun
super
car to
sick.
drive.
Does it break down on you
They're
a
a
lot?
lot of fun.
Don't you dare.
Did you redo your cooling system?
That's the number
Of
one.
course.
Yeah, okay.
Just making sure.
She knows.
I think she had to do that like a month. in.
Honestly, I do kind of see the style similarities between that and the one that we reviewed a few weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I can see where
It has a very similar vibe and style to it. I understand how they came from like the same like group
Consensus.
/ household / like
Yeah.
Yeah.
team
You can
of
see
people.
where you're going with
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, I get
please, please keep in touch. I assume this is a work in progress, right? You're still doing stuff to it and changing things as you go.
Yes. Yes, definitely. You're never done.
Yeah, I understand that
Yeah.
entirely too well. So yeah, thank you so much for submitting, and please keep in touch as this changes. We'd love to see what comes
In the
next.
future, yeah.
Of course. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for
Thank
calling in,
you.
Amanda.
Thanks for submitting.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right.
Interesting build.
I
Yeah, I was
think
not
that's a good example of like
You need good photos.
photos go the distance, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just like
Because at the bottom
sun
right,
fading,
do you
or
remember
just it didn't
when my
look right.
S15 was purple?
yes.
At the bottom right, it looked the exact same. I swear to God, until she said it was purple, I thought it was red.
Yeah. Well,
That was a red car.
I
to
think
me.
what we
It's
can
pink.
do is
Yeah.
implementing like people shooting like a video of their car, so at least we can see like in proper lighting, because
A
that
video.
Yeah, I think
were not
so.
able to see that.
You know
color.
what? Yeah, like a
I
quick
really
30-second
thought
video.
it was red the whole time.
You know what? After this, we're gonna work out a way so people can submit videos. As
45-second
well.
video.
Yeah, we can.
Easy.
45-second
View it
video
on the
walking,
air.
and you have to walk up to one panel gap if you have a body kit. It doesn't matter which one.
Multiple panel gaps.
It doesn't matter which one. If you have aftermarket side skirts, you have to walk up right to the top of your panel
Yeah.
gap.
Good photos, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Good photos.
Please do
That'll
those.
make all the difference. Yeah.
Whoa, this
All
is
right.
sick.
No, it is not.
What is this?
It's burning some tires.
Chris,
I love
What
it.
is this?
Has a CLK 600. I bet two things.
Is this car local?
One, this thing rips
1000%.
hard, extremely hard. It's a full angle kit.
Full
You
cage.
can tell cage and everything. This
Wait,
thing
what
rips.
trends does he have in that? Because those never came in manual, I think.
Two,
It looks like a sequential.
this is hideous, brother.
Okay, this body kit.
what?
That's
what is it?
Adam.
It's a LS swap, right?
I don't know. Okay,
It looks like an LS.
Yeah, yeah,
could
I
be
have
wrong.
two things to say. This body kit is terrible.
Yes,
But at the
Yeah.
same time, how many CLK 600 body kits have you ever seen in your entire life?
there's a reason for that.
There is a reason for that, but at the same time,
Actually, I've seen a few, and they looked okay.
But I
I've seen
feel like
wide body
wide body-
ones. I've seen.
Okay,
there's some
never mind.
sick wide. There's actually a local, really sick wide body one. I'll show you after.
never mind. There's no excuse for this body
But
kit then.
this type of kit, so help me God, please stop.
Adam, okay.
Please stop.
Anybody here
There's a
that has a
vendetta.
kit that doesn't follow the contours of your body lines, please submit it for Adam to see it.
I don't even care if it radically alters the body lines or whatever. This,
So you like my kit then?
this
Caught red-handed.
side profile, love it. 10 out of 10 from the side. This deletes body lines. And also,
Yeah.
the flares end
I know,
at like
right
an
at the side
abrupt
skirt.
location.
Honestly,
on
I
the
can tell
front
it was
and back.
fabricated at midnight as per the...
This is just a Rocket Bunny FRS kit slapped on a Mercedes to me. Like all of them
Yeah.
look the same. No disrespect to TRA Kyoto or Liberty Walk or whoever, but just stop, man. They all look the same.
Adam is also in his 50s, remember that.
Man, I do like the white on white on white.
I like the
It's
white.
a cool
Color
vibe,
choice?
Yo, the
yeah.
full,
Hell yeah.
Yo, full Coke spec.
Coke spec
gangster.
is a flex.
It's-
Coke spec dirt cars gangster.
Especially on a Benz, like
Yeah, white
there is
Mercedes.
no better.
Light up
Cosmos
mirrors.
is not gangster.
I honestly think if he had a more complete wide body kit, we would feel like so much different about
100%.
everything, because
Okay,
like even the
100%.
fact that you can see like the wheels at the front, like it just kind of looks a little like undone
Can I
kind of vibes.
can I tell you what annoys me? Look at the panel gap between the fender and the front bumper.
I don't even need to look. I
No,
know what it is
There's
because I know
no.
the kit,
But my point is, there's no cut on the kit to follow.
the line.
So it just looks like he got N kit from Prince. It's like
That's
you know
what
when
I
you see
mean,
truck
they
people
just-
with the flares but still on stock wheels to hide all the rust underneath of
Yeah,
their
yeah,
truck.
yeah.
We can ask him where he got his kit, because he's on.
Hold on, I want to keep
Editorial Desk.
roasting. No, I'm kidding. It's actually pretty sweet on the inside. Looks like race car.
Bring
shit.
Chris on.
This thing must be
I'm
very fun to
positive
drive.
this thing friggin' rips.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I know about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
she parties.
Look at the interior.
Right? Mm-hmm. This is a purpose-built drift car, so I respect it.
Alrighty.
Hello,
Chris, you're on.
Hello.
Chris, what's going on, dude?
Hey.
I got one question
I'm
for
here.
you. Does it friggin' rip?
Oh yeah, she does. Yes.
That's what I like to hear.
So what motor trends diff combo are you running?
LST56.
That's 6.0 iron block. Just a mild build. I just did a cam. She's making 406 to the wheel.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
And
unique.
the transmission is a CD009 from a 350Z.
Oh,
Okay, neat. All right.
Dry shaft is I'm still using the 350Z carbon fiber shaft, single shaft, and I made an adapter to made it to the rear differential, which is a steel Mercedes.
That's sick.
So what made you want to start with a Mercedes versus a more traditional platform? Because this clearly was not easy to execute.
Yeah, it was not easy, but well, I'm a technician. I'm specialized on European cars. At first, I thought about the BMW, but I'm like, I looked at everybody else, and everybody else is building the BMWs.
Yep.
And like literally nobody's building a Mercedes, and I'm like, why not something different? Just build something different. And then I picked a Mercedes.
Yeah. We love when people do that, when
That's
they
why.
actually they take a look at what's around them and they're like, you know what, like
The
I can
opposite.
do something different.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
copy those
Yeah, I
people.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yes, a lot of things are not finished. Like you already heard, and you guys already seen the body lines and the wide body and everything. Like that's literally 50% of what I want. So
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What
Yeah.
company is the body kit from?
it's Monster Service. Those are universal flares
Yeah.
from Monster Service from
We know.
Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
those
those
are
work on
cheap. Those are
i300s
cheap.
as well.
Those are cheap flares. I literally just got those because I didn't want to see the car naked, and
Checks
I
out.
literally wanted to test
All right.
it.
I get that.
Yeah, and honestly, in order to fit proper tires and to get that steering angle, you really do need to widen those. You need flares.
Oh yeah, I need way wider flares. The problem is that the angle kit is literally like really wide. So they didn't have anything wider, so I had to go with those for now, at least to get the car tested. Like make sure the drivetrain was okay, that it nothing breaks, that the engine was like completely centered, like a lot of things.
Man.
But yeah.
The
Yeah.
potential is here.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait until you have like the rest of your body kit figured out. I think it looks sick right now, and it
I like
has
that
a
as a
long
car
way to
that's
go.
not drifted traditionally,
Yeah, it doesn't look beat to hell, which is nice.
which is what sucks about Ontario drift car culture.
A lot of people. Are you asking me? Sorry?
Yeah, how many drift events have you gone to with this car?
Only three. This year. I only tested it for 3 events.
Yeah.
What did you drift before this?
I was drifting an E46 with an S54 swaps in it.
Respect.
Nice.
So I jumped from 280. I jumped from 280 horsepower to 406 horsepower. So I didn't want to overbuild the engine without knowing how to handle it. So I just built a mild build engine and then test it.
That
Make
is
sure
a
I
good
be
policy.
comfortable with
That's
it.
the right
and-
way to do it. Yeah, and then see as you go along, see when you need more power, and then do what you need.
Yes.
Exactly. You got it.
Well, Chris,
yeah.
we would love to see what happens next with this car.
For sure.
I know you said you've got so much more to do to the body. When you do, please hit us up again. We would love to see the transformation, and then hopefully
100%.
we can feature it if it's looking prim and proper the way you imagine it.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, for sure. I will keep you guys posted on every single thing I'm gonna do because, for next year, I don't think I will have enough time to build my own body kit, but I still have to do Lexan windows. I want to do carbon fiber roof, a wing.
Sick.
Nice.
Aesthetic things that I couldn't get done because I really wanted to drive the car and test it. But like I said, it's 50% done. I still have to do fuel cell, firewall in the rear.
Okay.
That's a lot
complete
of
right
work you
you know?
got.
Yeah, dude, keep us posted. That's a fun little project. I like unique platforms.
100%.
ripping, so keep
Thank
it
you
up,
for
man.
calling.
Thank you.
for calling.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
calling,
it.
dude.
Yeah, we'll talk soon, bro.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I like how he has like a set plan and he knows.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were like,
Yeah.
we hate
That gives me faith.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that he's not like big things coming, yo.
Yeah.
So,
and
this
he
is-
also took criticism well.
Yeah.
Some of you.
That's an announcement to
Take
everyone.
notes.
So even if your car isn't there yet, you can still submit it. We can still tell you, what we think about
Yeah,
it
100%.
as is, instead of
And
you
what we think about your vision. If you
Yeah.
I want to do a whole
iridescent wrap.
what? Yeah.
If you submit us a bone stock BRZ and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna put a Rocket Bunny kit on it, get a set of AO'd Hans, don't submit it.
Yeah. We'll try and steer you out of bad decisions.
Yeah.
Or into worse decisions.
And
Yes.
especially if you're aiming to build a car for PASMAG.
This looks a little more assembled.
I have seen this car
I have
Jamie
seen this
likes-
car.
a million
so you
billion
guys know this
times
car.
because they always tag us on Instagram and we
IS
love that
200.
actually. So
We do love that.
please
Wait,
always tag us.
200?
Yeah, is that right? I feel like it's not. Wait, is that a thing? I don't know my Lexus. Is that
I don't know my Lexus.
S200.
That's a thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
The interior looks friggin' sweet.
This car looks no stone unturned.
Yeah, I think you're on the right path because it's heavily modified probably everywhere.
His fitment is also very
Do we
good.
have spec lists? Rich, did you get a spec list for this one? I haven't been looking at spec lists. Let me just do
That looks like a Camaro steering wheel for some odd reason.
Because
Yeah, this is a very
I
like
think
finished, complete build, which is
it's probably just a
really
font
cool.
that you see. But oh, dude, the door jambs look sick.
That's what I'm saying. It's a very like no stone left unturned.
yeah.
Like they did
Type build.
everything. Okay, now I have a spec list. Hold up. If the engine's modified, I dare say this is like on the right track. 328 wheel horsepower.
Damn.
Nicknamed Envy. Can't imagine why.
Yeah, this was in TBG. Actually, James was just mentioning it, but it was a different color. I think it was like a purple blue kind of color, and then they
Okay,
just
this is
changed
way
it to
better.
this.
You heard us talking shit about chameleon wrap. So I respect your decisions. I'm pro green car, even though I don't like lime green.
If anybody has a chameleon wrap on their vehicle, shoot at Gordon_Leadfoot on Instagram a message with a picture of your car.
Please
Plot
do.
twist, there's no underscore. Your tires look like rubber bands, though. You got minimal rubber happening there. I hope
This guy-
that's comfortable.
It's a
This guy's
it's a
biggest
look,
op is
though.
potholes.
I believe this is lady driven,
Oh,
and I also, I mean, I could be wrong, but I believe she also had like a matching color with her partner or boyfriend or something like that.
Okay.
So that was like they did a really cool photo shoot.
nice.
Sorry, let me. This girl's biggest op is potholes.
Yes, exactly.
There's not a lot of engine mods. There's an engine
And yes, I was
intake.
right. It is lady driven.
Okay.
Okay.
Respect for the lady driven builds.
It's tuned. It's got an engine intake, Pexi exhaust,
Good exhaust.
and a graffiti sparkle custom painted interior engine bay.
Damn.
Please show us. That.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah. I wish I
dog.
got to see the custom
I would
engine.
love to see that.
But honestly, with this car, you got a front shot, you got a back shot. You the door jams are kind of sick, but I feel like you could have done like a door jam / interior pick if the trophy wasn't kind of in the way, and then you could have focused on one.
To be
as
honest,
the
though,
engine bay.
this is a very good example of a like complete build, which I
Yeah.
do really like.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
not a work in progress, or it might be a work in progress, but for all
Might be a
intents and
work in
purposes,
progress.
looking at it, it's a build that you could confidently bring to a car show
yes.
and not be embarrassed about.
It's not as
There's nothing
performance-y as
to
I would
be
like it.
embarrassed
Yeah,
about,
exactly.
But this is sick. It looks good.
The only thing I'm probably, and this might be like a personal choice, is the rear taillights are a little bit tinted. Generally, with a color like green, where it's very vibrant, I think tinted taillights kind of take away, and it kind of blocks it off a little bit.
But she kept the chrome around the windows, which I like.
For me,
Yeah.
it's the wheels that throw it off.
I think this
mind
on a
green.
set of, like-
I don't like the wheels.
This on a set of like OGTEs would go crazy.
You don't
Right.
like the wheels?
No, I don't.
I love those wheels.
I like them, just
I
not on
think
this.
the car is busy enough that you don't need busy wheels. I think you kind of need to.
Okay.
You're right.
In my
There's a lot
opinion-
of stuff going on the front end. It's very aggressive.
Yeah, I think a simple wheel would have made this super hard.
In my
Imagine this
opinion-
on like TEs or like RG5s or RG4s.
I feel like Lexuses need to either be very motorsport inspired or very VIP.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
there's no,
you
like-
have a motorsport inspired Lexus.
Yeah.
Rich, who works here, has his VIP ES.
Well,
I feel
mean,
like,
technically, I have the
There's a
VIP
certain-
Lexus.
and you have the,
Sorry.
but I feel like that in between is very hard to pull off.
It is,
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Like it, you really with Lexuses, you can't really go the other way. And I feel like with a lot of the brand new Lexuses, you really can't go too much into the motorsport style because the way the bodies are just styled, it's more of like a luxury car.
Yeah.
Or maybe our brains are just wired that way. I do like the fenders though. The fenders are sick. They're kind of like
See,
Yeah,
this
that is sick.
RCF
Carbon
inspired like
fenders.
fenders. Yeah.
I'm also looking at NVIS Instagram. The color, I think, is way better than these photos are showing.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
I think this is making it look a little limey, but look at this, dude. For those listening, we're looking at a green IS.
Oh my god! And you have a one IS as well.
Oh, I
Hell
shouldn't
yeah.
have shown him that.
Dude, that's wicked.
In
yeah,
my opinion,
we'll be in
this
touch.
thing-
You're in.
There you go. Okay, look. So on screen, the car on the right, so the BMW, obviously, it was the previous color, so they both had matching wraps.
Ah.
And so I guess she changed. I'm not sure if he's changing as
Thank
well, but
God.
it was.
If I see another chameleon wrapped car, I'm gonna off
I don't know.
myself.
DM Gordon Leadfoot
There you
on
go.
Instagram.
I don't know. It's kind of sick on this though.
No,
Look
it
how
isn't.
nicely executed
I mean,
it is.
that last picture on the bottom right, you can see on the doors, like each door is a different color.
Imagine how much sicker it would be if it was a good color.
The vibe was good here.
I do like the door sill thing that they have going on in this
Yeah, it is
Lexus.
cool,
There's a
it is
video
cool.
that shows like it's all of it. It's not just that like little door jam. It's like up
No.
the pillars and like I appreciate the creativity. This is someone's like pride and joy show car, you know?
Like
this is
like something like
this is
that would
proper.
only take a weekend to do, but it is such a huge impact when you look at the car. You're like,
Hell yeah.
wow. You open the door, you're like, dude.
The work
sick.
But
has
this-
been done.
This car, in my opinion, on a set of OGTEs, maybe work amitzes, something along the lines of
Yeah.
like just very OG gangster JDM wheels would be very, very sick.
I
Dude,
think it's too basic.
You got to
I think-
submit the 1IS.
like-
The anime style is
I think that suggestion's too basic for that. I think what she did was like,
This is
Perfect.
a subjective opinion,
yeah,
which is fair.
yeah.
Very
Well,
fair,
she's
very
she's
fair.
online, so we can.
Yeah, let's bring her in.
Hello.
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 Jamie, I hear you're
Hello.
a diehard Toyota girl.
yes.
So,
Yeah.
are
We like
those
that
both
here.
your cars, the IS300 and this thing?
Yes. So the IS300 grilled cheese, that one actually just got debuted Saturday at a film studio.
Oh,
No
no
way.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So what
And
do you daily
so-
drive?
I actually daily drive a BMW.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, I take the most reliable vehicles and tear them apart, make them show cars. And,
Yeah.
You know.
As we do.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I had a previous 3IS that was also green. You can see it on the Instagram or whatever. And then that one just got a lot of high miles on it. So I went ahead and converted everything over to this one because it had half the miles. And yeah, I did wrap it the color to match my husband's car for our first year of our marriage. And
That's so
then
cute.
after we
That's
hit
so
our first year,
sentimental.
I was like, I need my green car back. I
Hell
need my
yeah.
green car back.
Respect.
love
So
that.
yeah, so now I put it back to green. The previous car did have a track style wheel on it. It was definitely more track aesthetic wise. This one, I wanted to go just with a little more of a JDM sort of feel to it, which is like the Japanese accents with like the door jams.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I
that was
got you.
actually something, the import face-off, that was why they gave it the best rap, was because I did the door jams, I did the doors and the trunk jams. So it's like
Wow.
everything. Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah, I really like the little touches like that. Like we've said on the show before, like little details and some like
Complete.
commitment to an execution
Yeah.
of a vision or something goes such
Not
a
a
long
not
way.
a half-ass attempt at what you wanted the car to be. You did what you want the car to be.
Yes.
Mhm.
So hell yeah, Jamie.
And for the engine bay paint job, did you end up taking the engine out or kind
So
of?
good masking.
No. So it's basically all the plastic, because Lexus they have a ton of plastic under the
Yes.
hood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I took everything off, and it's literally a Rust-Oleum paint, but I added some like sparkle to it, so it actually has glitter. And if you go
Okay.
up to and touch it, it's actually textured. So I wanted to try and stay away from the VIP style because that's just not me. I'm not bougie.
Yeah. No
But
chandelier in the
I
car.
love my Toyota. Correct. I gave that to my friend Heather. She needs her chandelier for her car. So
Yeah, Heather's in the chat giving you a lot of love.
I
No,
know.
shout out Heather, good friend, solid friend.
Yeah, I love her. But yeah, I stayed away from the VIP style. So it's whenever I go to a car show, I'm always going to go up against a Lexus. Everybody thinks that Lexus is luxury. And granted, it stands for that. But at the same time, I'm a very sporty person, just personality-wise. And so that's why I tried to make it a little more on the sporty side versus the
Hell
VIP
yeah.
style.
Well, respect for staying true to your own style. You know, that goes a long way.
I
That
respect
makes
it.
it better. Yeah, I think we can confidently put this in the like extremely high maybes. Like likely gonna have a feature. We will likely be in touch for 2025.
We just need to kind of figure out what issue this
Yeah,
would
we
be.
have yet to
Well,
flesh out.
We're definitely
going
gonna
to
have a Toyota Lexus issue. I mean,
You calm down.
if
there,
I'm
sir.
still here.
Relax, buddy. You've been here for 2 weeks.
I will.
By the way,
We'll
his
rally.
probation period is not over yet. Keep this in
It's
mind.
been
Is
4
yours?
months.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you for calling and
I
submitting,
thought
Jamie.
about.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, no problem.
Please let us know if you change any stuff too. If you're altering the car, we would love to see what happens. And yeah, thank you for always tagging us.
Yeah,
We see you tagging us on
absolutely.
Instagram, so we
Yeah.
appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
no problem.
we'll be in touch again, Jamie.
and
Thank you for
submit that
submitting.
one
Sounds
IS. Thank you.
Hold on. The
Yeah, I'll have
comment.
to submit that one.
There's a comment says she's bougie AF. Ask her about her Fendi shoes.
Oh, big
Whoa.
comments.
Someone's calling you out.
Do you, are those your driving
So-
shoes?
Do you have driving
So if you
gloves?
ever- you know how they, the 1IS I have, it has that, anime aesthetic to it. That was actually inspired more by my Fendis. They're the California Sun edition by Joshua Vitas. He's an artist who does that style.
No way.
That was kind of where that car actually came from. Not really so much anime. But I love Japanese, so it says grilled cheese on the side of it in Japanese.
Nice.
I like that.
It's like a tofu shop reference. I love it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Anyways, thank you so much for your
again.
time. Yeah.
We will
Thank
be
you.
in touch.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.
Thank
All
you.
right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh man, I
That was
love
good.
Toyotas.
That was good.
Dude,
That was wholesome.
nothing gets me going more than
I
Toyotas.
love good people that just don't get salty if you have differing opinions about
and
their
shout
build.
out to her support group in our chat right now.
Yeah.
Thank
By
you
the
guys
way-
for joining and
Solid support group. Shout out to
already
you
make
guys.
me like the car more. Just knowing that people out there like it too. You
There's
know?
like 5 people like hyping her up.
Hell yeah.
Whole team
That's
behind
wicked.
her.
Hell
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Go team diverse.
Woohoo.
All right. I mean, that is a really good car to hype up, though. as well.
Absolutely.
Like,
Who's next? Can we roast people again?
I want bad cars again. Thank
Your
you guys
wish
for
is
delivering.
PD's
All right.
command.
Jesse Inkster with
now,
Ford
okay.
GR.
So I know this guy, and this isn't really his main car.
Does he know what a coilover is?
So no. So I don't think he had any sort of input on the ride stance or anything like that.
He does. They're called coilovers.
But Jesse,
Steve's attention.
the body kit. Look at the body kit. That is all handmade by Jesse
Wow.
himself.
I could tell.
And
Damn.
so pretty much they were kind of same thing with TJ Hunt. They were kind of one of the first people to make body kit for the Supra. And he is based out in Calgary. So
Canadians.
Cool.
Canadians.
Oh, yeah,
If any Americans want to get that body kit, you can get it for like 38%
Like,
cheaper.
Yeah, dude, no, but honestly, they're fit and finish. I've seen one in person, and holy crap! Like
I
it
was
is-
gonna say the
Can we
body
get the
lines
bigger
all do
pictures
line
again?
up.
I gotta.
The body lines all do match up
I
really
do
well.
like the fact that they didn't stray off of body lines or gaps. Like it is
This
where they
kit-
should be.
you can mold it, and it looks factory.
Yes.
Well, yeah, no shit, it's a molded
like
kit.
that.
I think I like about this car though, if you were just seeing this drive and you didn't know about cars, this looks OEM, like that kind of fit and finish,
Right.
which I do like
If you
about
don't
it.
see the hardware and stuff like that.
And
you get
respecting
hardware molded.
it also does respect the body lines of the car very well.
Do you see the front fenders where it doesn't really connect?
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it comes out. I love that. I love that look on these cars.
Yeah, when it goes like that on the highway. No, the kit does respect like the OEM look of the car, just kind of accentuates it, which I do
actually,
really
now that
like.
You say that? I want to see this at speed.
It-
If that thing's going like this, I don't like it.
yeah. I'm not too sure. We gotta ask him.
This is one of those
Well,
things
he's-
where
he's on
like
the phone, so
a
we can
full
ask him in a
vehicle
sec.
feature, maybe not, but
What a
like a
surprise.
tech feature on on
Yeah.
making the kit and like what it took and stuff like that.
So
That's
I
something
will
I'm more
say,
interested
once
in.
we get him on the line, he did start from just making splitters, and
Okay.
they kind of learned how to do body kits, and then they started making body kits from there. But their splitters are actually unbreakable. Like
Okay,
we've
that's a good sign for the little flappy looking.
he's literally been at like fitted shows and stuff like that, and he'll have like a mock-up splitter, and he'll say like, I'll give you $100 if to anyone who can break it, and everyone's there like bending it like macho men and
Really?
trying their best, like stomping on it in a
Me
corner.
and my Sawzall beg to differ.
Yeah, well, with your hands, you can.
Shout out Milwaukee if you'd like to sponsor the channel. Shoot us.
No, but yeah, dude, they make a bunch of splitters that you can actually like stand on.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love
Okay.
that.
Let's talk to him. Jesse, are you here on the line?
Jesse,
Yo, what's going on, man?
Hello.
First of all, congratulations on successfully making your own body kit. That is not an easy undertaking.
No.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Question number 1. Does that little side piece by the fender flap on the highway?
Sorry, say that again. Does it what?
Behind your front wheel, there's like the fender piece that sticks up. Does it flap on the highway?
No, it doesn't. So what we do is we reinforce the mounting panel on the side of carbon fiber. So there might be a little bit of there is a bit of flexibility there, but when you're driving on the highway, like all the road forces are going to be basically like perpendicular to it. So
Sick.
it actually doesn't encounter like any side to side force, which is
Okay.
the only way it flexes. You can't flex forward or backwards. It's just obviously the direction you drive. So
Cool, man.
dude, that makes sense.
I really respect the fact that you, like, I'll preface this by saying I'm not a giant fan of kits with exposed hardware, bolt-on flares, mostly. That's not a rule of thumb. It's just in general. I like that you managed to do a kit like that without abruptly cutting off where the kit starts and ends, and you don't disrupt body lines that look good on the car already. So do you have a design background?
No, so I'm actually not the designer of this. That would be we have an in-house designer, his name is Jordan, who does all the CAD work and things like that. We do a lot of like design meetings, however, so he'll do all the technical design and making sure the parts are like both 3D printable and actually like manufacturable when it comes to like, drafting, making molds and things like that.
Awesome.
And then what we'll do is we'll have like design meetings where we kind of go over it. Everybody gives some input and ideas. I don't actually do like the technical design. I'm more just like, it'd be cool if it did this.
Gotcha.
This looks cool. Like that.
I have a couple questions. Number one, I noticed on the front bumper that you have the, like on the piece that extends on the front bumper, you still have the parking sensor. It's more of a comment that is just sick. To retain that.
It's all installed for things like that. Like any quality installer will be able to transfer the OEM like parking sensor to the panel.
For sure.
But it's not like a provision that's made in the actual mold or anything. It's always an optional.
Number two, what's up with the fitment?
On the wheels? Oh yeah. So again, like this is a dealership car. So like we didn't actually have a hand in the like supporting mods for the kit. So like obviously when you do a wide body car, you need the kit itself, but that's just one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So there's like wheels, suspension, tires. Like there's a whole other bunch of stuff that goes into it. So we unfortunately were only able to help with the body and some of the wheel fitments, but the suspension is the one part where this is lacking.
I'm gonna need that dealership's number right now.
Yeah, I can definitely get But yeah, like the actual suspension, I do think there's something that they're planning to do, but it's like this is one of Alberta's biggest dealerships, so they're just slammed all the time. So I don't think installing coilovers on Supers are like top priority at the moment. But yeah, it does bother all of us, and I know that the one guy who actually like kind of initiated this whole project, it bothers him. So I do think at some point they'll get that sorted out.
Now the kit itself, does it include I don't know the Supra that well. Is that trunk wing part of a kit?
It's not part of our like 12-piece wide body kit, but it is a part that we manufacture and sell.
Oh, sick. Okay, I really like that actually. That's a clean look.
It's a good looking part. That one's honestly one of my favorites. Like if you look at it from a side profile, I don't know, you guys probably only have like a limited set number of photos I sent you, but the side profile on that wing is like it's just awesome how well it flows with the rear bumper and like the quarter panel body line.
Cool, man. Well, we appreciate you sending it in. I hate to break it to you, it's not exactly at a feature-ready state, but this isn't your car anymore, is it? It's a dealership's car anyway, so I don't think you're too worried about it.
Yeah.
I would say
it's tough being manufacturer because again, like we can't have a hand in like all these supporting mods and things like that. Like we pretty much are just able to manufacture the parts and install them. But yeah, outside of that, we don't really have much control over the extent of the build.
Wicked.
That's fair, man. Well, thank you for submitting. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Jesse. Dude, when's the next time? When's the next time you're coming to Toronto?
Oh man, hopefully within like a year or two. We don't have any immediate plans, but I've been trying to work my way over there again. So hopefully that comes to fruition pretty soon here.
Yeah, we need you back here at the shows, man. Yo, thanks for calling in and sharing your car and your body kit and if anyone wants a sick body kit, Infamous Arrow, which is wicked.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, thanks for calling in, brother.
That car is a prime candidate of somebody that needs to go to ST Suspension's website, buy coilovers, and lower your freaking car.
Seems like a free plug for Hard John's boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Next.
I support homies. Oh. Whoa, this is sick.
You know, I saw a white Tesla and I was getting ready to roast it, but honestly,
I'm ready to roast the steering wheel.
I was just gonna say that steering wheel is
freaking terrible. But he also doesn't have an airbag light on the dash somehow, so I respect that.
What dash?
The screen.
Okay. Other than your steering wheel, which belongs only in an aircraft, I like this. I think this looks great, and I hate a lot of Teslas.
What does Q think? Maybe we should bring Q in.
Q,
would you like to say a thing or two?
How do you feel?
Two thumbs up.
Two
Thank
thumbs
you.
up.
Behind the desk.
I like the amount of cup holders in the back. I'm not jealous about car owners having cup holders in their
Not at all.
vehicles.
I have no
Not at all.
idea.
Ever. I don't have any hard
definitely
feelings if you
those.
have cup
I
holders.
definitely have those in my car for sure.
Good.
It's okay, guys.
Guys, you play the sad music.
Yeah, literally. I don't have
one
anything bad to
thing-
say about cup holders.
Holy crap, what a great example. Look, it's a fender flare kit. It doesn't have exposed hardware. It uses the factory body lines. It cuts
Yep.
off at the factory body lines.
Not on the front
That-
bumper.
Almost. I mean, that bottom half has to go somewhere.
So Adam is just spewing lies to you. Keep
But
going.
look, the body line is exact up to the wheel.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
it has
It
to like
kinda
go down
flows,
and end
though.
somewhere.
Even
I would
same
like
thing,
it if it
the-
just like tapered off more or right to the bottom.
They have the parking sensors, same thing.
But big flex on the body kit install. Like that rear section is fire.
We can tell if your kit is installed right or not. Don't try to
yeah.
pull a fast one on
Oh
us.
yeah, it's the easiest thing ever to tell if a kit is properly installed. The rear section is awesome. Those taillights are weird, but like custom taillights.
They're like an R34 GT-R.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, they're different. Never seen them before.
I hate every part of that.
I know.
I like the VIP interior on the rear of the Lex. Honestly, everything steering wheel aside.
I've
I
never
love
seen
how
that
you-
steering wheel before, so I kind of like it.
No.
Yeah,
I-
you would like it.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to drive in a parking lot
That's-
with
Dude,
it or a
are-
driveway.
Arden likes
aren't
it
these
'cause
Wait,
he
wait,
likes
wait,
video
wait.
games.
Don't they come with the
No,
weird
the
yoke?
new one has the yoke.
Yeah, where
Yeah, the yoke that goes.
It sucks. It's the
No,
dumbest
but it's
design
like-
of all
it's-
human history.
See, now
you
imagine
only need to turn that much,
No.
and that's like the full
I-
radius, isn't it?
we have a Tesla at my where I live.
Okay, rich boy.
Yeah, tax
Bill
bracket.
Gates
Whoa,
over
whoa,
here.
tax
Hold on.
bracket for this.
I would like to
You have a
preface-
Tesla?
I would like to preface it is a salvage title that a lady who purchased it before us crashed into her own house.
Fair.
Yeah.
Got you on that one. Lower your
Average
tone, Bill
Tesla
Gates.
owner.
You still have a Tesla.
Average
It's not my
Tesla.
Tesla.
Where do you plug it in?
And
You have a house?
charger.
In
But
this economy?
see, imagine
I'm just gonna cut his mic.
imagine you're in a parking lot. Imagine you're in a parking lot trying to turn, and you're just like freaking all
Yeah,
over the.
flailing.
I really hate yoke steering wheels. That said,
That is
if
not a
this
yoke.
Tesla can park and you can play Microsoft Flight Simulator on your screen,
You
I
cannot.
will give that wheel a pass.
You cannot. You
It's
can
kinda
play You can play like a little Mario Kart-ish game.
Boo.
Let's ask him.
All right, let's get him on the line.
Can you play?
Meric?
What is it?
Am I
Flight
saying it
Flight
right?
Simulator.
Microsoft
Yeah.
Flight Simulator.
Any version.
Hey guys.
What's up? Am I saying your name right? Is it Meric?
Hey, what up? Yeah, it's Meric.
Meric, nice to meet you, man. Thanks for submitting.
Nice
This
to
is,
meet you guys, man.
maybe one of the coolest Teslas I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
I
you need to
appreciate it.
explain
Thank you.
yourself with that steering wheel.
All right, so that's one of my 3 steering wheels that I have. So that Nardi personal steering wheel was, I only put it on there. It's just because I wanted to keep the theme of the whole yoke steering wheel in a sense. And then I remember when Nardi had releases like back in 2008, I was like, oh, hey, they made a yoke. So I reached out to them and then they sent it over. But yeah, so yeah, there is a go-kart game, but there is a modification where I could play Flight Simulator.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Featured.
but it's,
Yes.
it's a little bit nerve-wracking because I don't want to mess with the canvas and then it ends up breaking the car. But there is a way to do it.
Okay.
Um,
you know what?
But I mean, yeah.
You get a pass.
But I have other photos like there's like 3 different steering wheels. I have the Nardi, I have a Buddy Club steering wheel, and then I have a basic Ready Momo steering wheel. So it just depends how I feel.
Did you have any car builds that you did before this Tesla, or is this your first build?
There's no way.
I had a couple. This isn't my first build. I had a couple other builds. Like I came from the Honda scene. I had like an EK, CL9, and a BB6.
See, I think Tesla builds in general suck unless you've built another car in the past that wasn't a Tesla, and then you've transferred that knowledge over.
Yeah, there's some
to
like
them.
properly hot rod VIP stuff going on.
But I feel like the only people like this Tesla, for example, that we really like the build is
Right.
because they've built other cars in the past.
Yes.
And that kind of translates
you need
into the
experience.
knowledge.
What is your kit?
Oh, so the kit's from Artists and Spirits. It's their black label wide
sick.
body EVS kit.
Yep.
High quality
That's
body
why
kit.
Good kit, good kit.
Somewhere
so
out there,
perfect.
there's 10 more of these installed shitty. And you did it really well. So honestly, props for making that look good. I like it a lot.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
This brings up a good point. We talked maybe in like the first episode that we reviewed features, the possibility of an EV/hybrid drivetrain special issue.
Yep.
We're starting to fill out slots because I'm going to go ahead and say this is absolutely, without a
100%.
doubt, a feature-worthy vehicle.
Yeah.
100%.
This wins. For
Yeah,
sure.
you're the best thing
Thank
I've
you.
seen today, dude. So shout out to you, man. Thank you for submitting.
I'll make sure I'll put a round steering wheel for the
All right, respect.
But yeah, we just honestly we like not only the overall execution, but I think the team unanimously agrees the taste of this vehicle is also
Yes.
It's not understated, it's not tacky, it's not overstated. It's perfect for what it needs to be.
Yeah,
Right.
Like I've never seen taillights like
appreciate it.
that, and I think they look sick.
Yeah, like the red dash stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like it's just very well
Yeah.
done.
So those are my second taillights. So those are actually do you remember what was it, the R32 back at SEMA with the infinity tails?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a video in my random somewhere, but it's literally a homage to that tail light. So they're actually infinity tails.
Oh, cool. That's wicked. Okay. I like that
So
stuff.
if you guys I'm not sure if you guys walked around through Central Hall, but at Central Hall, I was like in the far right corner of SEMA this year,
Oh,
and then
no shit. Dude.
you were able to see the tail lights. Yeah.
Well, congrats on making it into SEMA as well, man. I think.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I think
Thank
you've
you.
cemented yourself a feature spot,
100%.
and we will certainly be in touch. You made me like a white Tesla, which is really hard. So like, you've
Yeah.
climbed a barrier to
Hey,
entry.
if you're ever in California in San Diego, you're more than welcome to. I'll let you borrow this car. You can,
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Appreciate
Don't
it,
threaten me
dude.
with a good time.
Man.
All right, Meric, thank you so much for calling in, man. We
Thank
really
you, thank
appreciate you. And
We'll stay in
be in touch,
touch.
man.
I appreciate you guys. Happy holidays.
Happy
Yeah,
holidays,
likewise,
man.
See, I like Tesla builds in general are tacky. When you're driving
Mostly.
down the 401, whatever highway in this area, and you see a Tesla and he has the rear window louvers off of Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
the set of whatever
Chameleon wrap.
chameleon wrap, terrible wheels, and he's driving like a douche on the highway.
Yes.
And you're like, this isn't a build, you're not whatever. But I feel like when people build Teslas that have knowledge of other cars, not just necessarily that, but have built other.
Right.
Because imagine
Yeah.
one of us was to go and build a Tesla. I'm not saying it would
I
be
think it
similar.
would turn out pretty good.
I'm not saying it would be similar to his build whatsoever because we
Right.
all have different style in cars, etc. But I think it would have that same tastefulness and
Yeah.
cleanly done, and not saying I'm gonna go on Amazon Prime, type in Tesla Model 3 modification, and press send, which 90% of Tesla
I
builds
mean,
are.
we have a pretty tasteful Tesla outside, parked outside.
Adro body kit. Throwback to a
But-
good
It's
Because
unboxing.
Q's modified many cars in his life.
Yeah.
Cute. How
He's
many
got the
cars has he
experience.
modified? Yeah. So,
Exactly.
but that's my point. I feel like the good Tesla builds are only coming from people. They're nobody's first car that they modified, and we're like, yo, that thing rocks.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, there's also not that many parts, aftermarket
No, there
parts
is.
of-
You'd be
Oh,
surprised.
There's a
Really?
lot. There's
Like
just
body
no
kits?
no engine.
But that also makes it
Motor
cheaper
mods.
to build a Tesla than a regular car, in theory,
You
because
just need suspension.
instead of dropping 10
body.
grand into your motor, 10 grand into your body, oh, I need to do this,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I need to do a steering rack, I need to do a whatever, you can just dump that whole 20 in this example.
Shout out
into
Mountain
the body
Pass
kit.
Performance. Hit them up for
No
your-
free promos.
No free
your
promo.
No free
Tesla
promos. I'm gonna cut your mic.
performance fees. Hey, I paid my dues.
Jesus.
Hey, it's Jason's
So-
vet. All right, this thing is sick.
We know this car very
Feature
well.
next.
We showed it on Import Fest. What do we look for in a feature?
I would like to start by saying, undoubtedly featured.
Yep.
This is
To start,
sick.
I want to preface by saying that
We'll start with something good. We'll move to the bad.
we've all seen this car in person.
I
I
hate the
haven't.
wheels.
I've never
You
seen
did
this
at
car
Import
before.
Fest. It was very close to our booth at Import Fest. Julia's blind.
Yeah.
I
okay.
am legally blind.
What I
Legally
wish
blind.
is it
So-
wasn't on truck wheels.
The
That's my only thing.
So this car, from first glance, you look at the photos, and you're like, oh, this guy just made a terrible body kit. Yeah, he took some photos and photoshopped it, and it looks decent because of putting the visco filters on it.
No, it looks sick.
We have seen this car in person. I genuinely don't understand how somebody built this kit on their own, and this isn't a.
Oh, it's
I'm
all
not even-
handmade.
Yep, one of one.
That's
He handmade
crazy.
it.
Craftsmanship.
And I'm not even gonna say
Holy.
that it's the quality of like getting a new Rocket Bunny or a new Liberty Walk 326 Power or whatever kit.
Yeah, it's
this
better.
is of OEM quality. Like, other than the wheels, we could have said Chevy themselves made this vehicle,
Right.
and that's the caliber of quality that it's made to.
Yeah. Also, pro dark green car. So
Pro dark green car.
Big
But
fan.
other than the wheels, I'm gonna preface, I do not like the wheel choice on it. I understand why he did the wheel choice.
Yeah, I'm
I
in
just
the same
wouldn't.
boat.
I
Hi,
wouldn't.
John. What do you think about the wheels?
Why? Why did he go the wheel choice first?
Look how big those wheels are, and look how
just
big that kit is.
I
Big
think it's
truck
like
wheel.
it fits perfectly.
How the frick else are you gonna fit?
Without ordering,
kind of-
I'm getting
full
kind of like a
custom
Dark
spec
Knight
something.
vibe from the wheels and like the fitment.
But that's
Yeah.
where it comes
It
to
is very
taste.
Batmobile-y.
But that's
Yeah.
where
Why
it
I
comes to
think it
taste and
works.
everything. He actually came from FBRX7, so I've known him from way
Sick.
back in the cars. and his car is badass. So
This is sick.
let's
he's
get him.
rusted and busted on Instagram.
Check out his Instagram, and you
he's
can
been
one of the best.
he's
commenting.
been in the chat a lot.
Yeah, I
Thank
saw
you.
him on
Yes,
the chat
sir.
earlier.
Honestly,
Let's get Jason on the line because he's got a sick car and we need to hear more.
Yes,
Hello.
We've heard it all. We interviewed him. What's going on, Mr. Jason?
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
man.
Hello.
Doing good, man. Thanks for sending us your
Thank
car.
you for taking it easy on me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
No, I think having seen the car in person, it's very
When a
easy
car is very well
to be
done,
nice
like
to it.
yeah, we're not here to discredit anybody's high caliber of
Yeah,
build.
craftsmanship goes far beyond stylistic choices.
I appreciate the kind words. Appreciate that. Yeah.
So when we spoke at Import Fest, you had a stock engine still, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Is there plans to make it not stock?
Yes. So yeah, I've got a fully built LS engine. We're
Oh,
aiming for
nice.
about 1,000 horsepower.
Oh my god!
Fully forged internals. Got a 76 mil turbo coming. That's all going to be this winter. So hopefully by next season we'll have some fireballs blasting at the side of it.
Wait, so you're gonna have that done in 2025?
Yeah, within probably the next 3 months.
Put them in.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This is my kind of
Guaranteed win.
build.
Guaranteed you are in a feature.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know where. I have no friggin'
thank
idea where or what theme.
What, where,
we're
when, why, how? But we know this is going to be in a very good spot in a
It's
very
gonna
good
be
magazine.
on a kick-ass cover or
Yeah.
feature, guaranteed.
Jeez.
This, if you haven't seen this car, if you're watching this and you're like, why are these guys gushing? Go to Rusted and Busted's Instagram and just look at this vehicle. He built this friggin' thing mostly in the garage, right, Jason?
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
started, I found the car in a field. It had been sitting there for about 12 years. A friend of mine bought it for his wife. She absolutely hated it. It was impacted on the side. It had lots of damage to it. And a friend of mine, Brandon from Denny's Customs, came by and was like, I said, this is the rendering that I found online. I reached out to Brad Bills. I'm not sure if you guys know Brad Bills there.
yeah, okay.
Uh,
That's a familiar name.
Yeah, so I reached out to him, and we kind of modified one of his Corvette renderings to look like this. And in the build sheet, I think you guys is a white version of it. And basically, just from photographs, we just did it all by eye and by hand
Dude,
That's
I love
crazy.
that.
together. And then he ended up painting it. So yeah, he's a custom painter, and it's a tri-coat metallic green,
Hell yeah.
which was basically just made the day that we painted it. We just kind of made the color on the spot.
That's
and
awesome.
It actually really worked.
That's awesome, dude.
Hopefully you never have to paint match.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a torturous process. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say that hasn't been said. This thing rocks from front to back. The craftsmanship is sick. It looks
Yeah.
awesome and unique. Maybe this fits in the weird shit issue because it's like weird shit, but in a good way. It's not weird.
It's the
enough,
coolest
just
weird shit I've
badass.
ever seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna fit you in. This is a guaranteed
100%.
feature, without a doubt. So, Jason, thank you so much for submitting.
beautiful.
here.
Thank you.
And thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. This is a bucket list item off my list. Thank you.
Hey,
Yay.
awesome, man.
100%.
I'm happy to hear that.
Wicked.
Do we have more?
No, I think
That is it.
that was the last
Okay, we
of the
ended on a
features.
banger, so that's pretty awesome.
I can't believe I missed that at Import Fest.
It was so close
literally
to our booth.
across from the
And
booth,
it was such, like,
there.
I think he won Best Domestic or something like that. Like he won a pretty prestigious award
I
with
don't
it,
know what
justifiably. And there was a lot of people around it. So honestly, you're just an idiot.
No.
Damn.
Well, either way,
You can hit him
Julia,
for that.
I don't
Damn.
think I don't
Okay,
think
his
you're gonna
mic
miss
is
it
now
this year
off.
at Import Fest.
So no more Yusuf.
Yeah, saying that
Can I say
directly to
something
HR
quickly?
is wild. You're wild.
So, with the features ended, for the past couple episodes, we haven't been taking questions because we've been just kind of so busy and episodes are running long. We have so much to talk about.
There's been
lots
so
of
much happening
features.
in the car world.
But, was it last night? You put it up, didn't you? When
So
did
yeah,
you put it up?
I put up on the Instagram asking people, hey, what questions do you have for us? Thank you to, I'm not going to say the hundreds of thousands of submissions, the like 18 submissions that we got on the
Shout
poll.
out 18 questions.
Shout out 18 of you guys.
Ooh.
You know who you are probably, unless you're not watching. But we do have some. I
some
compiled
questions?
the questions that are A, not duplicates because there were a few duplicates asked of questions. B,
course.
actual good questions for us to answer.
Cool.
At Rabbit86 says, how do you get into the PASMAG world?
Do you mean employed or in the circle?
So, I can speak
circle?
on the employed.
What do you mean?
I can speak on the employed thing, because I was employed in a more conventional way most recently, I guess.
Oh, that was a question by Rabbit86.
Rabbit86, yep.
So Rabbit86.
Is that a conventional employment to you?
Well,
I don't think so.
I'm saying the way that I got employed.
I think mine was more.
These Gen Zs.
Okay, well, we all got employed in completely different ways.
Yes.
Mine was by luck.
Yeah.
His was by luck. Mine was by me being asked if I wanted to be on an S15 episode and then it not happening.
Yeah. Mine was the old-fashioned way, like interview, whole thing, nearly 10 years ago. And then like a year later, it was like, hey, do you want a job? I was like, yes.
And then,
Yeah, and I interned originally with
Oh.
PASMAG. And
So-
then
Right.
a couple, like, 2 years later or something, they're like, hey, you want to come back? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
In terms of like
please.
full-time in the office, I don't think that's really something that we're scouting at this moment. I mean, I'm leaving right now, so who knows? But in terms of like a contributor's perspective, if you want to take photos for us at
of an
shows
event, yeah.
or any kind of motorsports event, or
If you're
shoot
practicing
features
writing.
for us, if you want to submit articles and things like that, editor@pasmag.com with your. You don't need a resume. Just tell us who you are and what you do, and show us some examples of your work. And
Yeah, we don't need a CV.
we can loop you in.
Yeah, we don't need a CV cover and a resume. Literally shoot us a DM. We're like
Yeah, let us
normal
know what
people.
you
We
do.
get it. Like, just like
I don't believe in resumes. I believe in your last work.
Yeah.
When someone said you're only as good as your last work, and
Send
I
us your
fully
work.
Stand by that. Show
literally
us what you do.
sending us your work, sending us literally a collab post on Instagram of a show that you shot or an article
yeah.
or this, like that goes a long way with us.
Yeah, write an article about something that you're passionate about. Send it in as an email and just be like, "Hey, I don't know if this kind of works." And then, we'll take a look at
hell
it.
yeah,
Worst
dude.
thing
Yeah.
we can say,
We can edit it
is,
if you
no,
like
thank you.
write decently, but you're not 100% confident. We can edit and send it back to you. Be like,
Yeah.
is this okay in your own words? And
Um,
we'll get something that. If that's not what you meant, if what you meant is how you get your car in here, tuning 365 shows, tune Battlegrounds live,
Yep.
feature submissions here on the show. Those are the 3 lowest barriers to get your vehicle seen.
Tag us in your Instagram
That's
post.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
tag us on
Tag us on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Like,
Like-
we look at all of them.
What
we
else?
knew
Am
the
I
IS,
missing
for
something?
example.
I think you got them all.
Well, also events for us. If you just want to like get in the circle of, hey, we're trying to do an install video. We have an exhaust from X company. Oh, we know that guy has a BRZ that we got the exhaust for and want to do an install video. Come out to our shows. Come meet us. Come say hi. We're normal
Yes.
humans. We just honestly
Join the rally. You want to
Join
be
the
somewhere right in the
PAS365
middle
rally.
between like feature car and homies? Come join us on the rally, man.
Yep.
just
Yeah,
come
it's
enjoy. We like honestly just getting involved, whether it be social media, events, that kind of stuff. We're all like
Yeah.
we're all ears. kind of
Everyone
thing.
here is pretty chill. If you see us in public at a show, I mean, some of you do not hesitate already, but like, don't hesitate. Come on up. Say hi.
All right. So the next question we got is by Decepciones.
Deception easy.
Should show car requirements be upped? Are you guys tired of
Yes.
wheels and bags?
Yes.
So I'm not necessarily tired of wheels and bags. I'm tired of people pulling up in Kia Souls on wheels painted yellow and saying, respect all builds, this is my car. No, we are not respecting your build.
Yeah.
But
Yusuf's
like-
not respecting your bill.
so I go to a lot of shows for my own personal brand, for PASMAG, Formula Drift shows, etc. And there are so many more quality builds now versus ever in the history of cars.
Absolutely.
There's so many amazing builds. When you see something, for example, Jason's Corvette, you're like, what? Like, they're just pushing the boundaries of stuff. But then you also literally see a Kia Soul with the banner of a misspelled crew and people like, if you enjoy your car, by all means, do what you want, do what you love, enjoy your car.
Oh yeah.
Because that's
Modify
what
it
cars
as you see fit.
If every single car show fully went bankrupt and there wasn't another car show in the history of cars, I would still keep doing what I do. Everybody at this table would do the exact same because
Yeah.
we love what we do. But if you're A, trophy hunting, B, you're building your car and it's not an actual build. I can't emphasize that enough. Literally, if you have a Kia Forte Coupe with a K that is stock with a front lip, ugly headlights off of Amazon, and a shift knob, like, just don't that is not a show car. The standard did get too low for shows, but I also feel like shows do need to make money at the end of the day, so that's the fine line that you have to balance and teeter-totter on.
Yeah. I think if you're running a show and you are advertising your show as like cream of the crop, this is the top quality, this is where the best of the best car
I show
show,
Tuner Evo, Import Fest.
you need
et
to
cetera,
have
et cetera, yeah.
standards that reflect your messaging. If you're just charity car show, whatever car show, meet and greet,
By all means,
yada,
bring
yada,
any car.
bring whatever you want. But if you're advertising as the best of the best, you can't let in the Kia Soul with yellow painted wheels and a mismatch.
And by the way,
whatever.
that is a direct example of a car that was at shows within our region. And it's just not, in my opinion, it's not necessarily an insult towards the car community, but it discredits somebody that put tens of hundreds of thousands of tens of thousands of hours of literally sitting there with a sandpaper block like that, building their dream, and you showing up on a car that Canadian Tire literally built in their workshop for you.
Heard.
All right, TLDR. No, it needs a lot to do. You need a lot more to do to your car to have it be a show car.
The requirements should be upped, absolutely.
Yes.
At Drifter Tim said, car with the most aftermarket parts, best sound system installed by a car in an OEM.
All right, here's
latter
that
one is easy.
FRS.
Anything with a Bang and Olufsen system in it is the best audio.
With what?
Bang and Olufsen. I hope I'm saying that right. Bang and Olufsen.
What are those in?
B&O?
They're in Mercedes. I believe they're in the fancier Volvos.
Sorry, I'm a
don't
different
quote me
tax
on any
bracket.
of that.
Yeah.
They are insane. The car with the most aftermarket parts has to be the BRZ.
It's always
I was gonna say,
BRZ, FRS.
For the years like 1990 to 2010, Honda Civics, Accord, like the Honda family in general, you can't really single out one of them, but you
Right.
can single out like 10 of them.
Like modern day.
1990 to 2010, it was Honda.
Actually, I feel like we missed the mark. I think it's pretty much any truck.
BRZs, no. Because trucks have, the issue with trucks is that they all have the same kind of wheels, the same kind of brakes, the same kind of, I think it's BRZs because think about an idea for a BRZ engine swap body kit, style of build,
true,
etc. in your
swap
head,
kits and
and
everything.
you can think of somebody that did it. Not necessarily a way to do it. You
okay.
can think of an individual that
Runner
has done
up, probably a Toyota Tacoma, but
The tacos. We
but
love a taco.
definitely
BRZs
a BRZ
is a very good one.
Definitely a BRZ.
All right.
Or even Subarus.
Oh,
Oh,
Jeeps.
Jeeps. Yeah, why is no one talking about Jeeps?
You can do anything to a Jeep. You can do
Yeah, the Jeeps. Fair.
anything to a Jeep.
That's fair. We try not to think about Jeeps.
You can take the doors off. All right. And I think we're just going to go to the final question at Elizabeth. Is it .15.21?
That's what it says.
Yep.
It's a weird flex. It says, how to get a car published in this magazine.
We kinda
Back to
went over
question
that.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like we went over that. Just the same Tuning 365.
Pretty much the exact
Battlegrounds
same
Live.
question.
Submit your features to this.
Coming out to our shows at
Currently,
rallies.
this is the easiest, lowest effort way to get featured in a magazine. You don't even need to come out to a show. Over the winter, we don't have the car shows right here.
No.
We're going to be chilling. Hey, look at that. There's 2 people who ended up on the cover because they submitted their cars for Tuna Battlegrounds season 10. And the awesome rotary swapped Sylvia,
Gorgeous.
or S13 Vert, owned by my buddy Paul, won. And Ray's awesome TCP Magic RX-7, which he never drives, got runner-up. And now they're both on the cover because the photos were so good and worked together that we made that.
So
And tell me that's not the hardest cover at PASMAG.
And by the way, both of those
so
cars,
nice.
you might be looking at them and saying, "Oh, you just featured him because he's an FD," or "Oh, you just featured that because it's an S13."
No, look at the vehicle.
Look at the freaking.
Also, they won. I didn't
I was
choose
gonna
them.
say they won by
won.
their community, so that's not even
And
us.
Ray, as much as I hate to admit it, because he is my RX-7 rival in the community, he actually does have some really freaking crazy plans for the winter.
Oh, yeah.
If you can believe that with looking at his car right now, he's bringing it to a next level.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
plans, though, we have to go to our Christmas party,
yeah.
so we gotta
I
go.
feel like we're gonna have to wrap this up. because we do
I
have
will
our
say,
Christmas party.
since we had it on the screen, issue 177 is going to be on the shop today. So take a look. Place your orders. We are going to be pretty much sending them out next year. Next year. But yeah, honestly, place your orders now because we've had so many times where people will wait until we actually have them printed and in our shop and they're already sold out
Yeah,
by
they'll
the
be
time
gone sooner than you think.
we get them shipped here. So it does take quite a bit of time for the printing process.
Also, the
and getting
reorder
everything
is a
right.
good thing because if you're reordering ahead of time, we know to print more ahead of time. We sell out less. So if you want it, do it now. The price is going to be the same. Maybe you want to fill stockings for someone or add something to a gift for Christmas. Let them know that you have some PASMAGs on the way.
Yeah, I would say today and tomorrow are pretty much the last days to place your order if you are trying to get it in before Christmas. So send them in ASAP. And yeah, just like we said, man, these things fly off the shelves, especially when we go to any show or anything like that. People love walking by the booth, picking up a few copies. You know, you always see like moms picking them up for
sure.
their kids and stuff. And this
and also, that being said, over the break, unfortunately, we won't be doing any podcasts, any new shows, stuff like that. But some stuff that we will be doing is you'll be seeing on the Instagram story different kinds of car cultures. So I'll be down in Florida with one of my builds. I'll be going around to different cool shops, whether it be a bunch of modified shops, like if you guys have heard of Curated with all of the cool, pretty much every single rare Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bugatti. Just a bunch of cool shops like that, capturing different car cultures around North America and just kind of showing that. It'll be all on the Instagram story if you did want to catch up with that, and just kind of get your little fix of cars when you are stuck somewhere for the holidays that you don't want to be.
I'll be stripping down or finishing stripping
Wait
down.
a minute.
Whoa. It's not that kind of podcast,
a new
buddy.
240, let me finish. So I'll be posting that to PASMAG as well, so you can see some of the progress on what it takes to reshow a car and paint process and things like that. Maybe Hardjohn's fixing the car. He crashed into a wall. And yeah,
that pretty much sums it up.
That sums it up, right?
But yeah, we're still gonna have a very good amount of content at PASMAG, PASMAG on Instagram. Shoot us a follow, shoot us a DM, tag us in your posts. We love to see your cars, and we will have some very cool content coming over the break.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Bye.
Enjoy, everybody.
Happy
Bye, guys.
holidays.
Bye.